Geico proudly presents the Sunday Night Anthem.
Sunday Night Football, everybody watching!
It's Sunday night. Waiting all day for Sunday night. All right, what a night, it's finally here. Sunday Night Football's kicking into high gear. The stars have arrived, come on, get up and cheer. Hey Jack, it's a fact, the show's back in town. A division-winning battle is about to go down. The stadium's rocking, time to crank up the sound. The NFL's best have come to play. Coast to coast, there's just one thing left to say. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. The tough get rough in a primetime fight. More than a game, it's every fan's life. That's why we're waiting all day for Sunday night.
Oh, my goodness.
It's caught! What a play!
And here we go.
Waiting all day for Sunday night.
Temperature in the 60s in South Florida on the final night of the NFL regular season. Hard Rock Stadium is the site, and this game is for the championship of the AFC East, hosted by the 11-5 Miami Dolphins. And their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, taking on their rival, Josh Allen, and the 10-6 Buffalo Bills on NBC's Sunday Night Football. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. Great one coming up here tonight. The winner is the number 2 seed. They'll play a home game. And given the geography of Miami and Buffalo, that is a big deal. Chris, the reason we've arrived here is because Buffalo's hot. They've won their last 4. How have they done it?
I just think that they're so dangerous right now in so many different ways. Defensively, they're playing their best football of the season without question. But when you look at the Buffalo Bills, there's only one goal, and that's to win a Super Bowl. And unless Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs can recapture some of the magic that they had early in this season, it's going to be tough to do.
Miami's opened the door. They've split the last 4 games 2-2, and they lost in Baltimore by 37 last Sunday. So how big a concern is that?
Well, Baltimore's been kicking everybody they've been playing, so maybe not that big a concern. But these Dolphins, they've got some really key injuries now on both sides of the ball. So you begin to think about what has to happen tonight, and I think it's going to be the remaining stars, if you will, Tua and Tyreek Hill, Devon Achane. Those guys are going to have to be extra special tonight.
The Dolphins haven't won this division in 50 years. The Bills, they're going for a 4th straight crown. It's game 272, final game of the regular season. It's a hat and t-shirt game. This one's for the division title. The Bills and Dolphins next on NBC.
That's why we're waiting all day for Sunday night.
Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Hyundai. It's your journey. NBC Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Back at Miami, we're set to start this final regular season game for the Bills and the Dolphins.
Now let's begin. There are a lot of rivalries in the National Football League.
Some just make more sense than others.
Buffalo is a football town, all about hard work and toughness.
But Miami's got the weather and football. Come on, everybody loves it here. The speed, the stars, the excitement.
And it never gets old.
When we played,
No opponent mattered more
than the Bills.
than the Dolphins.
Here we go.
They were tough. They had all pros.
Hall of Famers, a legendary coach.
Everything football should be.
So tonight brings back a lot of memories.
A tough group surging at the perfect time.
Huge play by the Bills.
And a team that's absolutely electric and ready to take that next step forward.
That is an explosive offense.
Big-time players.
Big-time stars. The playoffs and a division title at stake.
One last kickoff on one last Sunday night.
Dolphins, Bills. Let's go.
Love those guys, two iconic Hall of Fame quarterbacks in these franchises with what it means tonight. They're both born in Pittsburgh, and the folks in Pittsburgh are watching to see who their playoff opponent's going to be. As we get going with the Bills and the Dolphins, a lot going on with Miami this week. Melissa Stark has the updates. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Mike. That's right. 19 players were on the Dolphins injury report this week. Cornerback Xavier Howard, he was ruled out on Friday with a foot injury, and 3 other key starters came into this one questionable. Running back Raheem Mostert and wide receiver Jalen Waddle are both out with ankle injuries. Safety Javon Holland, he came into tonight with injuries to both of his MCLs. He came out earlier to test it, didn't seem to have any issues. I spoke to him. He said he's good to go. And just now, safety Deshaun Elliott pulled his calf in pregame warmups. He's questionable. In addition to the Dolphins' injuries, wide receiver Tyreek Hill left Wednesday's practice after learning that his house was on fire. There was substantial damage, but fortunately all of his family members and his pets were safe. The fire was determined to be accidental. Head coach Mike McDaniel called it a scary situation and said that Tyreek has had the full support of everyone within the Dolphins organization, Mike.
What a week, Melissa. Thank you. There you see the coaches and what's at stake. If Sean McDermott's team wins, Pittsburgh goes to Western New York. The Dolphins go to Arrowhead next week. If the Dolphins win, Mike McDaniel's crew stays right here, and we run this back next week. The Steelers will be at the Chiefs. If it's a tie tonight, Buffalo's the 6, Miami's the 2, and we'll get into what that means if events warrant. Buffalo has won the toss, deferred the option, so Miami will get the ball first. Tyler Bass kicking off for Buffalo, and Braxton Berrios handles the returns for Miami. They met at Orchard Park week 4. Buffalo won 48-20. This one with a lot more on the line. Final game of the season for the division title, and off we go from South Florida. It's a touchback. Dolphins offense starts at the 25.